For this blue steelie Prince nymph, I like to use a uni thread 3/0. I'm going to use this thread to create a nice tapered body. I'm going to build up the thread behind the bead and taper it all the way down to where I'm going to then change threads to start my tail. Whip finish your thread and cut it off. The next thread I'm going to use is this Danville's take it back to the point of the barb, walk your thread forward, and just build up a solid finished taper. Next I'm going to use 2 pieces of white goose biot, but first I'm going to put in a small bead of dubbing to help split my tails. Then I'll grab my tails and place them on either side of the dubbing. Be sure to make the goose biot stick out in the opposite directions to help splay the tail. Measure them and tie them in. You can tie them in one at a time, but I just prefer to tie them both in at the same time. Trim your tags and then clean it up. Using the dubbing ball helps to split the tails without having to tie wraps in a figure 8 pattern. Wire, ultra wire, small, and I like to use silver for this pattern to help match the bead. Next, I'm going to tie in a piece of blue floss. Wrap your floss forward. And I'll take it all the way up to the bead. I like to fish this pattern on overcast, cloudy, or not so clear water conditions. Next, I'm going to wrap my rib forward. Try to make them as even as possible, and as you get closer to the front, they can get a little bit wider in gap. Tie off and then helicopter your wire. I like to use this blue ice dub as the thorax of this fly. Then I'll tie in a little bit of hackle just to simulate legs. Then some more ice dub. Finally, we're going to take 2 more goose biots, white in color, and we're going to tie them in for the wings. Whip finish right behind the bead and tie off. Snip your thread, take a little bit of fly tie or Z cement and coat the thread behind the bead.